Guys, I've probably been doing landscape photography now for 10-12 years. I've just seen some of the best light I've ever seen, ever, anywhere in the world, at any time.
Oh, hang on, there's a church.
Where?
You see just here?
Oh, just sticking out.
Yeah. Oh, here, we could stop there.
Ready? Into the thick of it! Here we go! Here we go to see the day!
The light on there.
Oh, we're in the thick of it now, kid. Why is it whenever you're trying to get somewhere in a rush, there's always somebody in your way? Oh my God, it's like being in the Lake District. Well, you can see we've eventually got ourselves into a good spot. Nice church here in the foreground, lovely mist behind it. Sun just coming up over the hills, beaming some sun rays through there. It's quite nice. Got some lovely mist through the valley here. So yeah, we've got ourselves eventually into a pretty decent spot. We've taken a few shots here, which I'll show you shortly. And then we're just trying to work out where the sun's going to hit first in terms of the mist lighting up this fog. I mean, it might be worth just hanging around a bit and seeing the mist light up the fog behind this church. You can see if it rises a little bit more, it's going to come through the valley across the way there and probably light up this mist behind the church, which could be really nice. So yeah, a few decisions to make, but hopefully some good shots in the bag already. Well, you can see in the couple of minutes since the last video, the fog has just rolled in around the church. Just been able to capture it just as it was at a, its perfect amount really. Just added to the atmosphere, I think, with a little bit of mist around it. It's probably coming in a bit thick now. We're proper in the thick of it now. We're just trying to get ourselves in a position. The sun's almost bursting through. You can probably just make it out. We're just trying to find somewhere alongside the lake where we might be able to get a nice shot. What do you reckon, Paula?
Oh my God, I'm in my element.
This is just beautiful bit of woodland. Soft light, light's just beaming through, a bit of mist. Look at the colours.
Turn your phone round and just look at the light on that now.
Oh yeah, see what you're saying, Paula, see what you're saying. Maybe a shot there, eh? Maybe a shot there, kid.
There is.
Sorry I've not had a chance to do much video in here. I actually left my phone in the car when we went out. We just went to walk the dogs for 5 minutes in the woods and well, about 2 hours later we're still here. So it's beautiful. I haven't shot any misty woodland for ages, but it's really hard to resist when conditions are... We're just on the edge of the mist. There's a real variety of trees, autumn colours. It's just wonderful. So what I'll do is I'll just stick these together to a bit of music. The ones we got from the woodland here, just something nice and gentle. Something to reflect the mood that we're in this morning. I've probably been doing landscape photography now for 10-12 years. I've just seen some of the best light I've ever seen, ever, anywhere in the world, at any time. And it was just in this little patch of ground here. You can see the mist down there. Well, as we were driving along, it was literally a stop the car bailout, and the light over these trees, we were literally running around like maniacs for about 5 minutes. The light coming down over these trees and barns was just unbelievable. The best I've ever seen. I hope the pictures do it justice, because it was absolutely amazing. You can see the light behind the mountain there. Just, it was backlighting the mist. All loads of light rays through the trees. We've got these lovely barns and trees to use as foreground interest. Probably, and I haven't said this for a long time, probably the best mornings photography I've had for, well, maybe ever. Maybe ever. The images will be the judge of that. But yeah, let me show you some of the ones I just got from here. For those of you who watched my videos before, you'll know that I am frequently excited during landscape photography shoots by conditions, and I think this is no exception. Looking at the images in hindsight under the cold light of day, they're probably not as good as I thought they were when I took them at the time, but I think they are still quite nice. I don't often do this, but I thought I'd show you the raw image from the first shot, which is here now. The first thing that stands out, of course, is the amount of sensor spots you get with a Sony camera. Well, that's one of the trials and tribulations of being a Sony shooter. The main issue with all these photographs, they had the same challenge in most of them, was the combination of the telegraph wires in the background. Do you keep them in or clone them out? And that was a challenge, and sometimes they were distracting, and sometimes I felt they needed to be removed, and sometimes I didn't. And secondly, the cows, and this first image is a classic example. The cow in the middle is probably in a bad position, it's clashing with the tree. So in hindsight, you'll see from the second image, when I processed it, which is this image now, that I actually removed that cow because I thought it clashed with the tree. And I've also tried removing the telegraph wires to see what it looks like. I do prefer it, and as you go through these set of images, you'll see that this has been a common challenge. Sometimes I've left them in, sometimes I've left them out. This next couple of images, I was debating whether to do colour or black and white. I'd be interested to know in your views, so put a comment down below which you prefer, the colour or the black and white. I'd be interested to know. And then there was just another couple of scenes, somewhere I've left the telegraph wires in and one where I've left them out, and then a couple of the beautiful countryside scenes and nice clouds that we saw around there. So all in all, a reasonably nice set of images. Whether they were as good as what I thought they originally were, probably not. I'd be interested in your views. Do you like them? What do you think? What's your views on telegraph poles? Okay to clean them out, or are you a traditionalist and do you like them left in? Interested in your views. Leave some comments below. Well, good afternoon. Probably hear the jets in the background, and after a very frantic morning and a very productive morning, we've arrived at our hotel. We've got 2 nights in a hotel, and I'll explain the reason for that in a minute, but basically I'm going to take a bit of a break from the vlog. I'm actually going to be doing a specific vlog just for tomorrow, which is all about the airshow at Axalp. So it's not a landscape photography one, it's about some of the stuff and things and planning around the airshow for people who are interested in it. So a break from the landscape for today, but please watch the Axalp thing, because if you've seen the videos from Axalp, it is a spectacular backdrop to a fantastic air show with some live firing onto the mountainside, full air display, jets and roaring through the mountains. It'll be awesome, so please check it out, it'll be good, hopefully. And I'll say hopefully because there are some challenges about how I'm going to try and capture the video and take photographs at the same time, but I'll talk about that on the other video. Right, okay, so for this we'll knock off for now. We'll catch up with you the day after tomorrow, and check out the video from Axalp. See you soon, guys.